We are at Kanyuambora Primary School, one of the over 50 polling stations in Evurore ward. And also remember, in Evurore ward is the ward with the highest number of voters at about 26,000. The next one being Ndawa at about 18,800, and we have Momenje at about 9,000 voters. It's an interesting word, so to speak, because even the immediate former MCA is also vying for the seat as an MP. That is Duncan Mbowe, who is seeking the seat on a Chama cha Kazi party. But it is also interesting because two of Embu political heavyweights, I'm talking about former Attorney General Justin Muturi and former Embu Senator Lenny Kivuti, we are expecting them here any moment from now. Remember, this polling station was opened at about exactly 6 a.m. And as you can see from the lines and from the queues, is that the process is seamless. What you need to do is to have your voter's card and your ID. You get in. They are verified by the election officials, and after that you're given an opportunity to go and cast your ballot. And there's no milling around. As you can see, as soon as you complete your voting, you are expected to exit the polling station and wait for the results. Remember, after we are done with Kanyuambora Primary School, Kanyuambora polling station, we will be crossing over to Chicago, St. Bakita Chicago Girls, where it is the venue of all the vote tallying in all the 134 polling stations in Mbeere North. We're also expecting the UEA candidate, Leonard Wamudende, to be casting his ballot at the Chicago Social Hall at about 10 a.m. And of course, we also expect the CS, former immediate former MP, that is Geoffrey Roko, to also be casting his ballot at about 9:10, and we will be making sure that we have those pictures live for you. We also expect Newton Karish. Remember, he is the immediate former MP for Momenje, from Mbeere ward, which is one of the 3 wards in Mbeere North, and we will be crossing over to the other side. And it's a vast county, and it's a vast constituency, because bearing in mind we were on the other side of Evurore in Chicago. Now we are on this other side of Kanyuambora, which borders Kieni South ward in Runyenje's constituency. But enough said, as you can see, the queues themselves are slowly but surely building up, and we hear that some voters were here as early as 5 a.m., such that as soon as 6 a.m. the polling stations were opened up, they started streaming in. And as you can see, from what you can see, they will be having a number, because around 100 or 200 have already voted as we speak, casting their ballot in one of the 3 classrooms that are here. And something else I will tell you, and I've noted with great concern, is the high level of security. We have seen in the campaigns that Embu County and Mbeere North, to be specific, has been one of the most highly charged political venues. And yesterday we did have a conversation with CS Roko and also the Embu County Governor. They were raising some concerns in regards to matter security. But we also spoke to Sarah Koki, who happens to be the Embu County Police Commander, who assured the residents of Mbeere North and every voter and every resident that it will be enough peace here. And remember, after these polls in the evening, this when we will begin the vote tallying process at Chicago Girls. And after that, we are hoping that maybe by tomorrow in the morning we will be knowing who the winner is and the new Mbeere North MP. Remember, I'm looking at this constituency as being quite important, especially for UDA and the opposition. Reason being, we have seen UDA's candidates Leonard Wamudende being campaigned for or being assisted by the party UDA, and we have seen the United Opposition putting their weight behind the former MCA of Momenje, that is Newton Kariuki or Newton Karish, famous for Modoni Kifagio, if you remember back in the day. But enough said, we are expecting that the process will be seamless and peaceful, owing to the fact that IEBC CEO is here in Mbeere North, Marjan Hussein Marjan, and he has assured that indeed they are going to be conducting this election with the highest regard. bearing in mind that this is a litmus test, not only for the politicians, but also for IEBC. After the fully constituted IEBC, this is their first litmus test, if you ask me. And we are hoping that we're going to be having a winner by either the end of today or early tomorrow on Friday. But this is how things are looking up. We even have, if my colleague Innocent Kiaka can actually zoom out, we can see there are even election observers from various institutions. ILOG, we had a team from ILOG yesterday, that is the election observation group. And as you can see, there are also some other observers here from various institutions who are here to ensure that this election is flawless. And other than that, the security beefed up. People are still streaming in, not very huge queues. Everything has been okay so far. We're expecting the Embu political heavyweights to be voting any moment from now. Actually, we had been told that they will be here by about 6:30, but about 7 a.m., some minutes past 7 a.m. And we are hoping to also catch a glimpse, and also they also be telling the exuding confidence whether their candidates will emerge victorious.